Hi everybody, this is Jack from Excel Martial Arts and today we're going to do some stretching. Okay, so you can do this at home. Find yourself a space, find somewhere nice and comfortable, somewhere you're not going to get too distracted. Sometimes when I stretch at home I like to put some music on that I like. Certainly you can stretch if you're watching TV, but that might distract you a little bit, so find somewhere nice and quiet or put some cool music on and then you can follow along with me and stretch together with me. Okay, so we're just going to get a little bit warmer first, so our muscles are starting to get a bit warm. So let's start with some star jumps, okay? So star jumps, do it with me. Go. Hands all the way up and all the way down. Make sure you're touching your hands at the top. That's it, keep going. And keep taking deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Now hands up, we're going to do some squats now. This is good for your hip flexibility as well. So keep your chest up, squat up and down. That's it. If you do feel tight in your hips or your hamstrings, you can go a little bit lower to start and then keep getting lower and lower, as low as you can. That's it, keep going. Up and down. Make sure you're going all the way up, keeping your chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Now high knees, you can bring your hands up like this, or keep your hands behind your back. That's it. Come on, bring those knees up. A bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. So take your legs apart. They want to be just a little bit wider than shoulder width, and reach up. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out and reach all the way down to your toes. Now see if you can keep your legs blocked out and keep them nice and straight. And reach down to the middle. Keep your legs nice and straight. Don't worry about touching the ground just yet. If you don't have the flexibility to do that, just reach as far as you can. That's it, keep taking deep breaths. In for 3 and out for 3. That's it, reach a little bit further. Now reach over to your left leg. And the goal here is to try and take your chest down to your knee, or as close as you can. Hold it there, take deep breaths. And now switch sides to your other leg. And hold it there. That's 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come back to the middle. I'll show you from this angle just so you can see better. But instead of reaching to the middle, I'm going to reach behind and through my legs and push my hips backwards. Hold it there. Keep taking those deep breaths. That's 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Slowly stand up. Now, step your right leg forward and drop your left knee to the floor. Keep your chest up and push your hips forwards and down as much as you can. This is going to stretch this part of your hip, and this is called your hip flexor. That's it. Keep taking those deep breaths. In for 3 and out for 3. Good, last 3, 2, and 1. Now step your right leg across, bend this knee, and we're going to straighten our back leg out as much as we can. Now keep your chest up at this point, and you can use your hands to support yourself. If you don't need your hands, you can try and balance here. So if you find this front leg sneaks under you a little bit, you should feel a stretch in your hips or in your glutes or your bum. So you can sit down and push that leg forwards. I like to put my hand behind that foot sometimes and then come back up. Hold it there. Keep taking deep breaths. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to collapse down onto our right bum cheek and swing this opposite leg all the way around to the other side. You'll feel like your legs are sort of tangled up and crossed together a little bit here. And then we're going to stretch towards the highest knee on this hip side. And hold it there. You should feel the stretch in this left hip right here. If you don't feel the stretch so much here, you can grab the leg and hug it tight to your chest. You may feel the stretch in the bottom hip as well. Keep taking those deep breaths. So just by stretching little parts of the day, maybe twice a day, just for a few minutes, is going to help your flexibility an awful lot. 3, 2, 1, and good. Swing that leg all the way back round. Now we're going to feed this original leg back through. Push your hands forwards, heels into the floor, and push through your shoulders. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now we're going to step the opposite leg forward. So this will be your left leg now. Chest up. We're going back into that hip stretch. So keep your chest up here, push those hips forwards as far as you can. You should feel the stretch here in the hip. If you lean forward too much on this stretch, you won't feel it in the hip, so you need to keep the chest up. If anything, you want to lean back a little bit more. And hold it there. You can hold on to your hips here, or you can hold on to the front leg for stability. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go and step across to the opposite side. Straighten that back leg out as much as you can. Keep your chest up and hold it there. Again, if you want to, you can collapse down, push the leg forwards a little bit more, and then go into the stretch. Take those deep breaths. Last 3, 2, and 1. Sit down on that left hip, swing your right leg all the way around, and lean over to that highest side on the hip. Again, you can hug your legs here, hold tight if you want. I'm using my other hand on the floor just to keep myself stable. 3, 2, 1, and excellent. Butterfly stretch next. So I'm going to put the soles of my feet together, and I keep my chest up and try and force my knees down to the floor. The temptation here is to lean forwards and round my back off, but try and keep your chest up. Keep good posture when you do this. Now, instead of pushing my knees down here, I'm just going to hold on to my feet, or you can hold your ankles, it's up to you. And I'm just going to use the muscles in my legs and my glutes to try and pull my knees down, just by using those. That's going to strengthen our hips, and it's going to increase our flexibility as well. That's it, try and pull down. This can feel a little bit uncomfortable, and stretching should be slightly uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. If you do feel any pain, you should stop and slowly come out of the stretch. Pull those knees down. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Next stretch, we're going to do a frog stretch. So you're going to come onto your knees. Now, if you are doing this at home and you're doing it on maybe carpet or maybe even a hard floor, this can be uncomfortable in knees. So at home I have like a hard floor, so sometimes I'll put some towels underneath my knees, or I'll use pillows maybe, just to make sure that my knees aren't hurting on the floor too much. So your hands will come in front. We're going to slide our knees out as wide as we can, and then push your feet out at the same time. So you almost look like a frog, hence the frog stretch when we do this. And I don't want to lean forwards too much or lean back too much. Push those feet out and keep your hands on the floor. Chest up. That's it, hold it there. Now we're going to start to move forwards and back. So you're just increasing the motion a little bit, forwards and backwards. Good. Keep going, forwards and backwards. Now we're going to go ahead and put our elbows down to the floor and try and take your knees a little bit wider and touch your toes at the back now. Instead of your feet being out to the side, we're going to touch our toes at the back. Try and take your knees out even wider. Good. Keep breathing. That's 3, 2, 1, and time. Final stretch. So take a seat on the floor and take your legs out as wide as you can. Take a deep breath. Breathe out and reach forwards as far as you can. Awesome. Stay nice and relaxed. Keep breathing. Now take a deep breath and reach even further. Keep your eyes forward rather than dropping your head down. Just make sure you're keeping your chest up, keeping a nice straight back. Take your legs a little bit wider if you can, and reach even further. Hold it there, last 10 seconds, as far as you can. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring your legs together. Give them a good shake. Very good. And stand up. Well done. Excellent job, team. So keep practicing your stretching. If you can do this daily, it's really going to help your flexibility and keep your body moving. Just keep yourself nice and warm before you start. Never stretch on cold muscles, and go out there and excel in life.